So what is going on, everyone? This is Fabi here, and today I'm here for you with the review of the 9.7-inch iPad Pro. Now we are going to first of all talk about something that you don't even think you need on a tablet or on any computer, but that you actually find yourself using and then going back to an older computer or something, and you just can't really use that old computer anymore, and that is the screen. Now this is of course Apple's Retina display with a really high pixel density, but what this has that is special is the fact that this is a P3 gamut display, meaning it's going to have great colors, and it also has a great feature called True Tone Display. Now what that does is it allows the screen to adjust its colors and brightness and everything to the color of the ambience, so you're going to get much richer, much more true colors based on the environment you're using your tablet in. So here I'm going to show it to you and you're going to be able to see it for yourself, but obviously if you don't have a screen that's very high quality, you're not going to be able to notice, but in real life when you're actually using it, it's a killer feature. The second thing we are going to talk about, it's the design. Now this is a little bit of a meh because it's basically around the same as it was with the iPad Air 2 and the iPad Air, but in my opinion, when it comes to design, what makes a design of a product great is when you can actually use the product and the design doesn't take away from the experience. You use the product and the design doesn't really interfere with your experience when it comes to the tablet and the user experience. And this specific design definitely doesn't do that. You can use the iPad very comfortably, it doesn't feel like it's heavy or anything at all, and it's also very pretty to look at when you're not using it. So it definitely is a pro in my opinion. Now on to the third thing, it's absolutely a performance monster. You can do anything you want with it and it's not going to stutter, which is something I cannot say about the 2-year-old iPad Air, but it's of course a 2-year-old tablet. This is new, it's supposed to be fast, but everything you throw at it is just fast and everything is responsive, which is great. And I am going to show you some benchmarks CPU on the CPU side and on the GPU side, so you can see how exactly it stacks up next to the other tablets on the market. But what I find particularly impressive about this is that its Geekbench scores are basically around the same with the 2015 MacBook and just shy off the 2016 MacBook. Now this is the 12-inch MacBook I'm talking about, the really thin one, but to think that a tablet that is even thinner is just as performant as a laptop from nowadays, it's actually really impressive. Now something else about the performance, this doesn't have the 4 GB that the iPad Pro 12.9-inch has, but whatever apps you throw at it, it's going to keep them in the memory, and I don't think it's a problem. Apple designs these products with their software in mind, so I don't think that's going to be any issue with that. Going on to the camera quality, I'm not going to talk much about this because I haven't filmed any videos with the iPad. I think it's silly to do something like that. But the picture quality is about the same as what you would expect with the iPhone 6s. You do have live photos and most of the features you get with the iPhone 6s camera, so it's basically just that. It's a 12 megapixel shooter and it's also got True Tone flash. Next on the list, the speakers. This is also one of those things that you don't really think about a lot of the times, you just take it for granted, but the speakers on this tablet are really awesome. Now I'm going to play a video back and show it to you on this iPad Pro and on the iPad Air, the first generation iPad Air, and you can judge for yourself. But in reality, when you actually have both of them in your hands, you can feel and you can hear obviously that the iPad Pro is much louder and it's also got much better sounds, and you can't really block the speakers as you could with the iPad Air because it's got speakers on all sides. So what is going on, everyone? This is Fabi here, and today I've got the unboxing of the iPad Pro for you. So what is going on, everyone? This is Fabi here, and today I've got the unboxing of the iPad Pro for you. So what is going on, everyone? This is Fabi here, and today I've got the unboxing of the iPad Pro for you. So what is going on, everyone? This is Fabi here, and today I've got the unboxing of the iPad Pro for you. Now on to the bad things. The price is definitely one of those things that I find kind of iffy because they were able to make better iPads each and every year up until now without actually increasing the base price point. With the flagship of Apple tablets, the price point was always $499, and they were able to add Retina display, they were able to add Touch ID and all of these features without increasing the price point. But now for a keyboard connector and a pencil that you can buy extra, they're somehow getting away with increasing the price point by $100. And yes, it's kind of worth it, and if you want a tablet that is good, this is a good tablet, but I don't think they should have done this. $499 would have been much better, and iPad sales are really not growing, so in my opinion, they should have stuck with $499. It's definitely a pricier tablet right now. Now, a weird omission that I want to talk about is the lack of 3D touch. Now, this has been available in the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. It hasn't been available in the SE model, the smaller model, but it really would have made sense to keep it or to put it in this iPad, especially now with iOS 10 that has a lot of integration with 3D touch. It would have been no-brainer, and they should have added it, definitely. Now the final and perhaps most asked question when it comes to the iPad Pros, both this model and the 12-inch model. Unfortunately, I don't have any experience with the 12-inch model apart from going into the store and using it there. I don't have the keyboard for this one or the pencil, but I don't see how that would change my opinion. I am going to talk about whether or not this tablet is a PC replacement. And if you're the sort of guy or girl who uses their computer, quote-unquote computer, to just watch YouTube videos, browse the web, go on Facebook, use it as an IMDb device when you're watching movies on your couch, this is definitely going to be as powerful as you need it to be. It's also got the multitasking with side-by-side apps that you can run on the iPad, and it's awesome. You can fire up Safari on one side of the screen and then YouTube on the other, or Maps on one if you, for example, are the co-pilot in a car, and then, I don't know, something like a music player in the other side. And it's really, really great. It's kind of getting closer to the OS experience, but you still don't have a file system, and if you actually want to do any sort of actual work on it, I can't see myself offloading footage from 2 or 3 cameras, for example, to edit in iMovie. It's just not feasible at this point. If you're, for example, a graphics designer or something and you need the Apple Pencil, it's going to be a great machine. But if you're video editing, if you're doing photo editing even, or coding especially, I don't think that this device is for you, and I can't see myself using this as a PC replacement, not even with a keyboard, not even with any of that. It's still an iPad, it's still got the grid of apps, and I just don't feel comfortable using this as my main computer. Now, maybe at some point in the future, if it's going to somehow merge with OS 10 or Mac OS now, maybe then it will be feasible and usable, but now I just don't feel like it's as powerful as you need a computer to be. Not from a performance standpoint, but from the fact that iOS is still very, very limiting. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see the unboxing of this iPad, make sure to click on the link in the description down below. Make sure to like and share this video with your friends on Facebook and on Twitter if you like it, obviously. Subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me if you want to see a comparison of this iPad versus the iPad Air first generation, going a little bit more in depth into the difference between this iPad and a 2-year-old iPad, and to see if it's actually worth buying this new one, or if you can just stick with the iPad Air 1, which is going to be cheap, or maybe go the middle road with the iPad Air 2. Anyways, peace out guys, peace, thank you for watching again, you're awesome.